Chapter 2, A Very Special Little Girl. Before we meet this deeply wicked individual, we need to go back to the beginning. Zoe's real mum died when she was a baby, but Zoe had still had a very happy life. Dad and Zoe had always been a little team, and he showered her with love. While Zoe was at school, Dad went out to work at the local ice cream factory. He had adored ice cream ever since he was a boy, and loved working in the factory, even though his job involved long hours, not much money, and very hard work. What kept Zoe's dad going was making brand new ice cream flavours. At the end of every shift at the factory, he would rush home excitedly, laden with samples of some weird and wonderful new flavour for Zoe to be the first to try. Then he would report back with what she liked to the boss. These were Zoe's favourites: sherbet bang, bubblicious bubblegum, triple choco nut fudge swirl, candy floss supreme, caramel and custard, mango surprise, cola cube and jelly, peanut butter and banana foam, pineapple and licorice, whiz fuzz, space dust explosion. Her least favourite was snail and broccoli. Not even Zoe's dad could make snail and broccoli ice cream taste good. Not all the flavours made it to the shops, especially not snail and broccoli, but Zoe tried them all. Sometimes she ate so much ice cream she thought she would explode. Best of all, she would often be the only child in the world to try them, and that made Zoe feel like a very special little girl indeed. There was one problem: being an only child. Zoe had no one at home to play with, apart from her dad, who works long hours at the factory. So by the time she reached the age of 9, like many kids, she wanted a pet with all her heart and soul. It didn't have to be a hamster. She just needed something, anything to love, something that she hoped would love her back. However, living on the 37th floor of a leaning tower block, it had to be something small. So on Zoe's 10th birthday, as a surprise, Dad left work early and met his daughter at school gates. He carried her on his shoulders. She had always loved that ever since she was a baby, and he took her to the local pet shop. There, he bought her a hamster. Zoe picked out the fluffiest, cutest baby one and named him Gingernut. Gingernut lived in a cage in the little girl's bedroom. Zoe didn't mind that Gingernut would go round and round on his wheel at night, keeping her awake. She didn't mind that he nipped her finger a couple of times when she fed him biscuits as a special treat. She didn't even mind when his cage smelled of hamster wee. In short, Zoe loved Gingernut, and Gingernut loved Zoe. Zoe didn't have many friends at school. What's more, the other kids bullied her for being short and ginger and having to wear braces on her teeth. Just one of those things would have been enough for her to have a hard time. She had hit the jackpot with all three. Gingernut was small and ginger too, although, of course, he didn't wear braces. The smallness and the gingerness was probably deep down why Zoe chose him out of dozens of little balls of fluff snuggled up together behind the glass at the pet shop. She must have sensed a kindred spirit. Over the weeks and months that followed, Zoe taught Gingernut some mind-boggling tricks. For a sunflower seed, he would stand up on his back legs and do a little dance. For a walnut, Gingernut would do a backflip. And for a lump of sugar, he would spin around on his back. Zoe's dream was to make her little pet world famous as the very first breakdancing hamster. She planned to put on a little show at Christmas for all the other children on the estate. She even made a poster to advertise it. Then one day, Dad came home from work with some very sad news, which would tear their little happy life apart.